It's a binary choice. It's Trump or it's Harris. If it's Harris, you can kiss it all goodbye. You want to talk about abortion? Harris is the one who prosecuted David Daleiden for going undercover and taking videos of the abortion business and getting them to admit that they were selling baby parts. I mean, these people are radicals. Someone that made a good point earlier today. Pro-life people, I'm pro-life. Danny's pro-life.
Extremely pro-life. I think we both are.
You cannot throw away political reality. Mike Cernovich makes a great point. He says, if that's all that matters to you, why aren't you in jail? Why aren't you throwing yourself in front of clinics?
Why aren't you in jail right now? Why aren't you, involved in some sort of advocacy? Why aren't you out there engaged in some sort of civil disobedience? You're not, because you don't want to accept the consequences, but yet you're willing to sacrifice the rest of us. It's disgusting. It's upsetting. It's just upsetting because look at what we're dealing with. Ron, if she becomes president, this is only going to get worse. This is Aurora. These are the gangs going from apartment building to apartment building, kicking out the residents and putting in whoever they want and robbing from them.
And what happens? People don't call
the cops cannot defend against this. They have robbed in the past 3 weeks. They have robbed 3 different gun stores and cleared them out and handed them off to their buddies. And they are literal roving gangs. They go from apartment complex to apartment complex, kick out the residents, and move in whoever they would like. This is all happening in Aurora, Colorado right now. There's videos of them clearing out the parking lots. Look at this. Stealing cars, clearing out the Target, clearing out the Walmart. There's
none
the
of this happened when Donald Trump was president, folks.
Look at all that merchandise. Where's the National Guard?
Where's the president? What happened to him? He's sleeping on the beach.
Of Venezuelan gangs.
These are Venezuelan gangs. The CPB admitted that they knew that the Venezuelan government was saying you can get out of jail to these criminals. We'll release you from jail so long as you go up to the U.S. and leave us be.
We're a failed state.
And you're going to sit here and tell me that I need to be worried about which way Trump is going to vote on an amendment in the state of Florida? We are beyond a failed state. We have no definite border. If you don't have a border, if you don't have basic resources, think of it that way. Stable population, a border, a form of government, any form of government, and an ability to protect your borders, you don't have a state. And that is where we are at. And they're worried about how Trump is going to click the box on his voting ballot. Who cares about the ballot when you literally are being invaded by gangs that are taking over cities, entire cities? And Aurora is not small. Denver is not small. You want me to care about so-and-so's dog, or I care a lot more about FinCEN wanting to punish, good law-abiding citizens and the U.S. government's failure to prosecute child trafficking, to prosecute human trafficking, to prosecute gangs coming across the border from Venezuela and taking over our cities.
A failed state. This is a failed state. And everyone that was talking about, leave New York. Why are you doing in the city? Why are you still there? It's Colorado. This is flyover country. We're safe. They've completely given this country over. So again, you don't need Danny and Ron to tell you that this is a travesty. The point is, it's one way or the other. This stuff didn't happen ever. A country completely out of control like this, you may as well live in Ukraine. They're doing better.
Well, they should be with all the money we sent them.
Looks like they're doing rather well with the money we sent them. I'm talking about the United States as the failed state.
But to your point, K1, I have a lot of Venezuelan immigrant friends who are all smart and conservative and fought for their country, that Venezuela became a failed state because of lawfare, because of corruption in law, and how politicians utilized, how the bad guys became the politicians' puppets, their little own personal militias. So they would sick the gangs out on whoever, disagreed with them. So it wasn't state action. We didn't assassinate our political enemy. It was just a tragic accident in a robbery gone bad. This is an ongoing problem. And it's disgusting to me that we care more about, Donald Trump and And Governor Cox took a picture in front of the gravestones of men who shouldn't have died in the first place. How dare they? If only I had pearls to clutch, Ron.
Okay, folks, you hear? Chat. The lady needs pearls.
That's all I have to say about that. I'm done. I'm done for the night. I apologize. I talk too much. This is very emotional.
Well, people come here to hear you talk.